Okay, here it is, 250 miles an hour. We'll show you what the engine looks like now. Puts out 730 horsepower, and it's all diesel. You can see by the one spark plug.
It did really flip the drain.
they said that good idea. They were afraid of things falling over or something like that.
Yeah, dropping something in the track. So.
Yeah, I noticed there was a couple of yellow flags up there.
Was that right?
Yeah, hold it up so I can see the headline. Got it. Thank you. Please home leave. Jack's pretty good, man. Jack's pretty good. What do you say? We got suspended?
Yeah, let's go. All right.
I just don't think that the heater's on it. I don't like it. Yeah.
There's that Astro van of CBS is on the inside and off the road.
Well, I didn't like that car after this.
No, okay. That's the only
No, this was driving.
That one that later in the day that snuck out there, remember?
Yeah, that was that Astro van.
Ain't wide enough for two cars.
You're replaced there,
You
Jack.
sound like a monkey with two dicks. Get out of here. So take
Your job's not done yet either, Hoss.
You got it? I can do a lot better than you do. I don't care anything about it.
Hey, I just
Watch the pole. Look in the rearview mirror.
Hey, your boy's driving it now.
That's the reason it's going straight. All right, if you didn't flinch, why'd you cuss him guy? Said you see him come, you said he comes back. Red car. Red car.
Okay.
You're a bad breath. That's the one with the Oh, yeah. You got a couple hours here. We got that much time here.
It'll be hard to explain.
on your back. Scoot around to the side a little bit.
Okay.
Got lots of supporting stuff.
Yeah. I thought they were going to do the sign bit.
First, 2, 7, 8.
357.
Jesus, right. That's all he needs is one of those.
Can't have a copy.
This is the only thing the oil temperature went up. The water was off.
Put it up there, Jack. Yeah. Put it up.
Greg, I started.
Go ahead.
Way back in 1964, a young A.J. Foyt took his Indy car, an Opie Roadster, to the 5-mile Goodyear test track in San Angelo, Texas. He changed the gears, cut a couple inches off the windshield, and became the first man in automotive history to circle a closed course at better than 200 miles an hour. Now, 23 years later, a little heavier, and with 67 championship car wins behind him, including 4 at Indianapolis, 7 national championships, international endurance racing triumphs at Daytona, Le Mans, Sebring, stock car successes at Daytona and Ontario, plus a host of midget sprint car and sports car achievement, Foyt is back in West Texas, aiming for 2 more records. World records this time at the forbidding 7.721-mile track at the Fort Stockton Test Center. His goals? The world closed course speed record of 250.6 miles an hour, set in 1979 at the 7.8-mile bank track in Nardo, Italy, by a twin-turbo, 500-horsepower, 4.8-liter Mercedes V8 experimental car called the C111-IV. The second record is one set by American Phil Hill at the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah in an MG, way back in 1959, which stands at 254.578 miles an hour. His machines for these record attempts are 2 versions of the Oldsmobile Aerotech, futuristic short and long-tail cars with a torpedo-like bodies created by Ed Welburn of the GM design staff and refined by his colleague, aerodynamicist Max Schenkel. But the heart of this magnificent machine is its engine, the new Quad 4. the latest from the innovative folks at Oldsmobile and its chief engineer, Ted Lucas. Soon to be seen in the production Calais in 2.3-liter form, 2 aluminum 2-liter versions of this twin-cam jewel, built by Batten Heads of Detroit and Fueling Engineering of Los Angeles, California, and refined by racing experts Herb Porter and Rocky Phillip, deliver an abundant but secret amount of horsepower to Foyt's right foot. And then we'll do
Unless they shove right down in there, that gets smoke.
Go ahead and try it.
I'll hold it.
Go ahead.
That's the lightning. Let me see if I have the jack regular.
Nah, I think I'm...
It's off the top, though. The top of the can here is go ahead and really get
Can we put a line on that thing and run it towards the back?
one way that I can get that.
And so, after 2 days of running, a smiling A.J. Foyt and an ecstatic Aerotech crew headed by Billy Porterfield have something to celebrate. Early this morning, for the world closed course record, A.J. got around at 257.123 miles an hour, adding 17 miles an hour to the old record. And then just before lunch, for the flying mile, a two-way run averaging 267.399 miles an hour. Not bad for a grandfather, A.J. What does it mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. You know, we've held a record before, but not the world's record. You know, we held a record here in the United States. So setting a world record means just another accomplishment or another record somebody can try to break.
How difficult was it, A.J.? Which was harder, the flying mile or the lap?
Well, I'd say that probably the flying mile because, you know, I had to go around the racetracks the opposite way. And, you know, the car will run either way, but I kind of learned the course going to the left and not the right. So that was kind of rough right there because it was kind of squirrely a little bit, but a lot of it's probably me. But this morning when we set the closed course world's record, it was pretty windy, and we're going to go out and try to run a little bit faster in just about maybe.
Oh, how you doing? No, it's good.
Jack, you had your hand up. You're taking more than anybody ever. I can see two assholes in here.
That's what Chris said in the paper.
No, he's gone.
Tech crew headed by Billy Porterfield and a smiling A.J. Foyt have something to celebrate. A.J. a new flying mile record of 267.399 miles an hour and a closed course record of 257.123, possibly to go higher. You must be happy, but what I want to know is how difficult was it?
Well, actually, the closed course record was fairly difficult because the car is kind of loose and kind of wanting to run sideways. And actually, the flying mile was very difficult because we just have 2 tenths, you know, before we accelerate up to the mile, and you got to come through a corner. And the biggest problem with the flying mile was having to turn around and run the racetrack the opposite way and learn the racetrack all over. And I was just glad we run as fast as we did because, you know, like you say, that's under a 2-liter motor, and it's a little bitty motor.
That's right. It's a new international record for engines of that size. A.J., a long career, 52 years old. Is this the icing on the cake? Will we see A.J. Foyt around next year?
Well, if I'm healthy, I look forward to going back to Indy next year and probably Daytona and some of the 24-hour races.
Let's let that in, and I want to do another little piece. Yeah. A.J., your difficulties with championship auto racing teams and the $5,000 fine. I understand that you are not going to pay it.
Oh, no, I will not pay a $5,000 fine if I never run with them again because I felt like it's unjustified. I wrote a letter of appeal. The gentleman we had the problem with, they had 6 car people in my pits. Jack Starnes had to throw them out during the race. The pace car, you know, not counting the laps right, was a misfortune. You know, that got me down a lap, which they were wrong. I pitted under the yellow, and everybody else pits under the green. You lose a lap. That's not my fault. My crew was upset. I was mad. The one gentleman we had the trouble with has been a thorn in our side the last year, and we're tired of it. They took him off our car after Milwaukee. Gave us Jack, my chief mechanic, a bad time there over nothing. And we feel he's not being fair to us, so we don't want him around our car. And at Pocono, he's back on our car, making rash decisions that was unjustified, and I'm the type of guy that's not going to listen to that crap, and I'm just that type of guy, and I'm sorry. And I didn't do nothing to him. If I can't go up and tell him the way I feel about him, they're going to fine me $5,000 and put me on a year's probation. All I can say is good luck to him.
It's like 111 miles.